Hello, hello, my beautiful friends. I'm Sherry from Mature Beauty Studio, and I wanted to hop on today with a different kind of eye look. I've been kind of stuck in a rut lately. I have to admit, I have so many eye colors, but I tend to fall in love with certain groups of them. So I always tell you guys, play with your makeup. So I'm going to take a little bit of that advice and venture out into some new colors today. So I have put together a really fun little palette with some really pretty shades of kind of pinks and mauves and deep purple. I think it's going to be a pretty look. I haven't put this one together, so you're my guinea pigs today. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing I like to do is my eyebrows. I always feel like our eyebrows at this age need a little help. They have become maybe a little sparse, overplucked, whatever, but it's a way to get an instant eye lift. So let me show you how to do that. I am going to use my really nice little, oh gosh, I can't remember the new name of this brush. It has a spoolie on one end and the little kind of angle tip at that end. I'm going to dip into my contour because these colors are so universal. You can use them for so many things. And today I'm using indigo. So I am going to just dip into that with this brush, and I want to kind of create an outline for where my eyebrows should be. And that way I can create a kind of a nice arch. So I'm going to go up above a little bit above my brow line and kind of draw that in. We don't want to take this line down too long. That really ages us. So we want to make sure just to kind of create a nice outline with this contour color. And then you're going to see my magic trick for using some eyeshadow to fill that in. So again, just going in with that contour, I can lightly do a little filling with that, but I'm going to finish up with the eyeshadow. So I've gotten the general shape of that. I think that looks pretty good. I might want to take the brush and just kind of do some little flicks here so it looks like hair, and take my spoolie and brush it up like that. And then I'm going to take one of our eyeshadows. I happen to use Trust, which is a really kind of dark brown. That's my really perfect match for my eyebrows. We have so many eyeshadow colors, and I can certainly match you for one that will work for you. And then what I'm doing is with my eyeshadow brush, that domed end, I'm just kind of going in and filling that in just to get a kind of a nice soft looking brow. Okay, there's a big difference. So I realize this looks a little funky when I do one brow and not the other, but look at the lift that's giving me. I mean, it looks a little intense until I get the rest of my eyes on, granted, but you can see what I'm doing and how I'm getting that nice shape. So I'll quickly go in and do the other eye. Okay, so now we have the eyebrows done. Next little trick I like to do is take a little bit of my brightening highlight, and I am just going to go right under that brow bone and lighten that up. You can use your brightening highlight. You can even go into a color Linen, which is a really super bright highlight, and that will even give you more pop. So that's just kind of going to line that and give that a really nice finish. And you can just kind of pat that out. These are creams, so they're so blendable. All right, so there's my eyebrow lift. Now these eyes, I want to bring them to life. I need to add a little bit of color, a little bit of dimension, and that's going to really help my eyes to pop. So today I've chosen this really pretty little palette with these pinks and purples and mauves. I am going to go in with my first color, which is Mama, and it's a really pale pink. And that's going to give me a nice clean coat, just as a nice transition color. So I'm going where my brow bone is and above. Not going all the way under my brow, but just filling that in. And before I did that, I did a nice coat of my brightening highlight on my eyelids to get rid of any discoloration. I have a lot of color going on up there without covering that up. I either have to use a primer or my highlight, just because I look so kind of veiny, a lot of discoloration, purples and all that stuff. So I'm gonna just put that Mama in there, and that's just such a pretty color even by itself. I love this color. I don't know why I don't use it more. I just, like I said, I get stuck in my own little palette. Next color I'm going to go into is Lullaby. That's right here. A little bit deeper shade. And that one I'm going to just kind of keep towards the outside. So again, reaching above a little bit, above the bone, because otherwise I'm hooded and you won't see it. So I need to pick it up and get right up there. So you can see what that's doing, adding a little bit of dimension. We're going to do a final blend once we get our colors on, but I want to just kind of place the color first where it should be. I'll come in a little bit closer. Hopefully it doesn't scare you guys. And kind of keep it to the outer half of that eye, because in the center we're going to do something magical. We're going to have a little magical shimmer today. All right. Kind of just blend those two together. The key for eyeshadow is just a nice soft blend, and you can see I'm holding my brush by the end. That way I'm not too hard on the blend. I can just gently do that. We don't want to over blend where you've gotten rid of all your color, but we want to make sure there's no lines between the two colors. All right, so we got that done. I am going to go into Kin, which is this really deep, rich purple. And that I am going to just basically just kind of put my brush here. Wherever I put that brush, it's going to deposit the most amount of product. So I'm going to put that right there. And they always talk about making that V. So that's kind of like coming down a little bit, putting it here, bringing it down just at the very corner of your eye. And I'm going to do that over here before I blend. And you can build as much color as you want here. All right, now I'm going to go in and give that a nice blend. And you can do some little round swirly motions. Okay, that looks pretty well blended. We're going to do a little cleanup when we're done, and I'll show you a little trick about cleaning up too, just to make sure we got a nice fine line. Next color, I'm going in with this really pretty color. I just got this one. It's called Soulmate, and it's really got a little sheen to it. That one I'm actually going to stick on my ring finger because I want to be very precise, and I want to lay a nice amount of product on. So I'm going to just tap that on, really kind of on my eyeball. See that one? Sorry, my eyes are kind of crepey, kind of hooded, but I think you can get the general effect. So that one is just a pretty sheen. I love it. I love it. So again, just tapping, 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 tapping. And this one kind of has that foiled kind of glitter. I don't go crazy with the glimmers and shimmers. I just like to add them for a little pop of accent because I think it's so pretty. And again, you can kind of bring that down into the corner of your eye with your finger and add some lightness, some nice lightness there. Okay. Now, here's my little trick for cleaning up, because I think it's sometimes the really fine details that make a big difference in how your look is. So I'm going to go into my brightening highlight, which is Aura, putting it at the end of my brush, and I am simply going to just kind of pull that right up like that. And see what that's doing? That's just kind of creating this nice upward lift. And ladies, we need all the lift we could get, right? I mean, things are falling, sagging, drooping, whatever. So we need to lift them up again. That's the trick. Lift them right up. So again, take that highlight, just kind of pull that up. The one thing I also like to do with that darker color, that pretty purple Kin, is I'm going to use that for a liner. So you don't need to use a harsh liner. You need to just basically pick a nice dark color of your eyeshadow and bring it around. It gives you a very soft line. So it accents your eyes, but it doesn't make them look smaller. Sometimes when you use a really harsh, like a black liner, which I used to use all the time, it really kind of cuts your eyes off and makes them look smaller. And we don't want that. We want them to pop. So you can see the difference between that eye and this eye, just that little bit of liner. And I'm going to kind of bring that up and marry marry the upper and the lower together. So just kind of, again, marry them. Marry those colors. Isn't that pretty? Gosh, I gotta use these colors more. I don't know why I forget about them. This is so beautiful, this kin. Just a really deep, deep dark, almost like an eggplant color, I would say. And I love this brush. This is the eyeshadow brush. I used this one for the blending. This little domed end is perfect and precise for doing your eyeshadows, your liner, any little fine detail work. All right. I like it. I like it. Give me some hearts if you like this look. All right, let's finish up with a little mascara, shall we? Today I'm using some Thrive. I had some ladies that reached out to me and told me they love Thrive, so that's what I am using for my mascara. And that's it. That's my eyes for the day. Hopefully you like that look. And again, the colors that I have in here are Mama, Lullaby, Mama, Lullaby, Kin, and Soulmate was that really pretty little shimmery shade. So hope you like the eyeshadow look for the day. Have a great one, you guys. See you again soon. Bye-bye.